Previously on the Josh Zodiac podcast.
The first topic we're going to talk about is near and dear, not to just to myself, but also to Mr. Scuba Steve. They released a picture of the new James Gunn Superman. Apparently, Superman's in no fucking hurry to save the world when he's putting on his fucking big-ass boots.
This picture is fucking trash. Just from this picture alone, this is the worst representation ever that we've gotten of Superman. I would take Nicolas Cage Superman over this bullshit Superman.
Wow.
Damn.
How are you going to sit there and have the world in danger and Superman's just casually putting his boots on? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Superman beat the Flash in a race. Superman is fast as fuck.
Yeah.
Superman does not sit on his ass and put his boots on.
Well,
unless boots are for.
Unless it's the Superman from Superman 3 where he's like, I always make it on time. Maybe he's got some rare kryptonite going on. We don't know. We don't know. I'm just saying.
This is new age propaganda bullshit. This is right here.
This is why I wanted Scuba on the show for this.
Fuck you. This is hashtag not my Superman. All right.
Oh, it's the Josh Zodiac podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the greatest podcast you've never heard of. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Josh Zodiac podcast, the podcast that has no agenda and no script, as far as you know. This is the podcast that just doesn't understand what the Snyder fanboys are complaining about with this Superman movie. And total shift in the show this particular week. Did take a week off from WWE because there's a lot going on and I'm a little PLE outed right now. We will return to WWE for SummerSlam, but for the remainder of the month, we'll be doing Superman on this episode, and then we'll be doing the Fantastic Four movie coming out towards the end of July. I do have the privilege of having one of the biggest, not just Superman fans, but one of the biggest comic book, I should say, fans that I've ever known, and that is Mr. Scuba Steve, aka the last son of Krypton. As you can tell by the hat that I'm wearing, I am a Green Lantern guy, and I've got my Guy Garner pop figure here. He's going to be on the show briefly. But yeah, like I said, we'll be talking about the movie. I know I'm recording this after I've seen the movie. I normally do the intro before, but I'm doing it after. I will say that I have seen, and Scuba and I will talk about this later, 4 times I saw it in the theater. I saw it the early release for Amazon on Tuesday, and then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. So the people at the theater at this point have me on a first name basis. One of them even called me fucking Guy Garner, which I wasn't sure to be offended or to take it as a badge of honor. But again, I wore the hat and I'm not wearing it right now, but my Green Lantern ring, I wore it for every show. And I made the comment, there was a shitload of people with Superman shirts on, and I'm the only cat wearing a fucking Green Lantern anything. And I told one guy, I said, in a world full of Supermen, be the Green Lantern. And he thought that was the most funniest thing. He's like, can I steal that? I'm like, dude, you can have it. It's cool. But like I said, we'll be reviewing the Superman movie here momentarily. We're gonna go through a retrospective of what a year later, because we had, as you saw in the previously on the show, a year ago, we fucking destroyed just off of one picture of Superman putting his boot on, and there's a fucking dimensional imp in the fucking background, and we just fucking destroyed this movie before we even had a inkling of what was going to happen. So we're going to have a retrospective of that, and then we'll jump into a review, and then what we're looking forward to going forward. There may be some spoilers. Not again, I'm recording this before I talked to Scuba, so though there may be spoilers. So if you haven't seen this movie, I will put it out there if there's spoilers or not. But if you haven't seen it yet and you intend to see it, then by all means, you've been warned. And if you're one of the Snyder bots that is hashtag super shit, then those that know, then I don't really give a fuck if it spoils it for you or not, because I think you fuckers are brainwashed. But again, you can like, subscribe, follow, and comment on the show. We're on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, iHeartMedia, or iHeartRadio, I should say. And then the TikTok and the Facebook page are DJ Zodiac Podcast. Just Google it, you'll find it. My link tree it will be in the link below as well. So without further ado, we will jump into a quick clip, and then we will jump into our expectations and our eating of crow going into Superman before it came out. And then we recorded this, I believe, last weekend. So the expectations was done a week before the movie. And then, of course, the review will be the same weekend it came out. So with that being said, stick around for Mr. Scuba Steve and myself as we review Superman 2025. Stick around. We'll be right back.
How do you even know Superman anyway?
I just do.
So you know about the hypno glasses?
Now she does.
Well, I'm not saying who he is, just that he wears hypno glasses. They make his face terrific. How do they work? They make his face look different in your brain when he wears them so that you don't know who he is.
Yes, I know this.
So you know he's Clark Kent.
Why does he trust everyone?
He does it. Just us, because we are also of the cloth.
Of the cloth?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. I can speak for myself that I have been to the theater for 1, 2, carry the 3, divide by 9. 4 times I've seen this movie. Scuba, how many times did you get to see it?
I have only seen it twice.
What? I
Twice
saw
only.
it more than you?
You saw it more than I did.
Wow.
But
That is why I'm wearing the Superman shirt today and you are not.
well,
Mel's washing it.
see, Mel's washing my Superman shirt, and I have the actual shirt from the movie with the new logo,
Ooh.
which was a shirt that I did not want. I did not want that logo because I did not like that logo. And let me tell you that logo is the symbol of hope. That logo is everything that embodies our boy, the big blue Boy Scout himself, Superman.
And it's funny because we'll talk about that. Well, let's go ahead and talk about it now. The costume. Let's talk about the costume. They've taken elements from different costumes in the past. They took from the New 52, the Kingdom Come.
Mm-hmm.
What was your after reaction to this particular costume?
I dig it, man. It's very, it fits the form very well. It's new but old at the same time.
Yeah.
It's not spandex.
No.
We've moved on from superheroes in spandex, and I'm glad that we have, because this is a more modern take on all of that. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm looking at you, X-Men. It did not work. I'm just saying, those black and orange fucking battle suits did not work in that movie. This works. It keeps with the traditional colors. It gives us the trunks. 100% missed the trunks. I did not know how much I missed the trunks until I actually saw him in action, flying around with the trunks on. And it just, I felt like a kid. I felt like a kid sitting in the theater watching this. It was absolutely amazing.
And this will segue into my next question, is I wanted to get the costume out of the way early. What was your initial reaction after watching the movie? And we already have the expectations that we had, and we'll get to that later. But when both post-credit scenes were done, you're in the theater with half a bag of popcorn left and half a soda. What was your reaction walking out?
I was grinning ear to fucking ear. I when I tell you the smile on my face was literally ear to ear. I loved it, man. I absolutely loved everything about it. I felt so inspired again. And I know we keep saying, "Oh, hope, hope, hope." That's what it gave me. It gave me hope again.
Yeah.
Hope that James Gunn is going to do the right thing with Superman. And it's great. I don't know, man. I don't know what else to say. It was just such a damn good movie.
I remember when I went to go see it, because the first showing on Tuesday was in IMAX, and that theater was huge here in Boise. By the way, that fucking theater was big. I remember sitting there, and I could hear conversations, and some people were like, "I don't know, the trailer may have been the best parts of the movie." And that does happen sometimes, where the trailer has the
Yeah.
best parts just to get you in the door. Not the case with this one.
No.
I remember, watching it. The movie's over, the lights come back up, and I'm still sitting there, and I'm like, and I was remembering in my mind the poster that I have on my wall, the original 1978 poster. It's just the clouds and the sky with the tagline, "You'll believe a man can fly." With
Mhm.
that said, I was like, I haven't felt like that in a very long time. It wasn't almost 50-year-old Zodiac walking out of the theater. This was 4 or 5-year-old Zodiac walking out,
Yeah.
wishing once again that he could be Superman, and that's such a great feeling to have, especially with all the bullshit we have going on today.
Yeah,
It
definitely, man.
it definitely gave me some hope for everything. It might be
Yeah.
misguided. It may be, whatever. It gave me hope.
Yeah.
And now with the lead actor, David
David
Coswell, I believe
Cornsweet.
that's his name?
Cornsweet. Cornsweet.
Cornsweet. In regards to the men that have played him on live action on the big screen, we're not going to talk about on the CW and all that. Between Christopher Reeve, Brandon Routh, and Henry Cavill and himself, where does he lie in that list of men that have played Superman for you?
He's at the top. He's at the top of the list, man. Like there's no if ands or buts about it. He is at the top of the list. And you have to put him at the top of the list. Like there's no if ands or buts about it, man. He is Superman. He embodies every single thing that Superman stands for.
Yep.
He wears the suit with all of the honor and pride that suit is supposed to have. This
Agreed.
man is Superman. Like there's
I've
no
watched
denying it, man. He is Superman.
I've watched a couple of interviews he's done for promotions for the movie and all that, and he genuinely is the character. I mean, it's like he wasn't even acting; like he was just being himself.
Yeah.
The only flaw I see in him, and this is me being a Cowboys fan, he's from Philadelphia and he's an Eagles fan. Other than that,
Yeah.
fucking perfect. He was great. So if you had to rank the 4 as of right now, who would they be from top to bottom?
Are we talking about just
The movies, not
but are we talking about movie period or are we talking about just them as Superman?
them as Superman.
I am going number 1 will be I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I'm going Cornsweet as number 1, man. I
Yeah.
can't help it. Reeve was always going to be my number 1, but after watching this movie, I no longer feel like that. David is number 1, man.
Damn.
Like
Yeah.
he is the number 1 embodiment of Superman.
Couldn't agree more.
It's very comic book accurate. So he's David's number 1, Chris is number 2. Henry will be number 3.
Ooh.
And then Brandon Routh. And Henry, not because of the movie, because honestly, after watching this, the Snyderverse movies just don't
No.
add up. They
really
don't
don't.
even. Looking at it again, and watching it like this now at this age, the Snyderverse movies aren't even better than Superman Returns. And I will die. I will die on
Damn.
that fucking hill. I don't give a shit. I will
Damn.
die on that hill. But yeah,
I agree with
and then
I agree with you
you
on
know,
that one. Yeah.
but I still put Cavill at number 3 over Brandon because physically he looks more like Superman than Brandon Routh did.
See, for me, I'm gonna keep Christopher Reeve at number 1 because again, he's the OG. He's set the standard. He set the standard. And for me, the part of the movie, the original Superman movie for me is when he does the interview with Lois, they fly around the world, he almost drops her off, goes off, and then he shows up as Clark for their dinner date, and she's doing her thing, she's just all everywhere, and then he takes off his glasses and then he just straightens up. He just becomes a different person, and then the voice, like he goes from, well, gee, I don't know, to, well, Lois, I need to tell you something. And then he puts them back on and he becomes Clark almost instantly again. That is the standard for me. David is number 2. And again, he was everything that Superman should be.
Yeah.
Not what everybody wanted him to be, what he should be. I would put Brandon Routh at 3 only because of the fact that he embodied the same energy from both Christopher Reeve and now from David. I put Henry Cavill at number 4, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate from you people out there, but I don't get it. The Snyderverse movies were fucking garbage. They were horrible. They were not anything and Batman vs Superman especially. We got a horrible version of Doomsday. Just they've never gotten that character right. But yeah,
but nobody has.
Nobody has. I'm hoping James Gunn, when we get to that point, will make it comic book accurate. With the spines and everything and all that. But yeah, it's Reeves, David, Brandon Routh, and then Henry. Lex Luthor.
Oh.
Lex Luthor.
Wow. Wow.
You like that pause,
Nicholas Hoult. You know what? Bravo to the best Lex Luthor we've ever had. Gene Hackman, you were good for your time. Very mediocre compared to Nicholas Hoult. Jesse Eisenberg, shut up. You were never Lex Luthor. You were never Lex Luthor.
Don't forget Kevin Spacey. He actually was a pretty decent.
Kevin Spacey was a decent Lex, yes, but Nicholas Hoult, holy fucking shit! My God, this man, the way he was so maniacal and just so evil.
Yeah,
like
a comic book accurate Lex Luthor.
A comic book accurate Lex Luthor. Yes. And it blew my mind, especially that scene when we're in the little pocket universe, when he's trying to torture Superman by playing Russian roulette with this street vendor that, Superman's only met him, one other time. And they had camaraderie and he gave Superman a free falafel. And the fact that he shared food with Superman, Kal-El took that to heart.
Yeah, he did.
And it's a simple thing. It's just sharing food, but it's a human thing. Yeah. And I know a lot with immigrants, when they share their food with you, that means the world to them. You don't ever turn away somebody else's food because it's insulting. So to him, that was the greatest gesture. So to see Lex Luthor use his right there, Lex talking about how he's not human, this and that, blah, blah, blah. He used his humanity against him. So Lex was full of shit to begin with, which of course we know. He's just jealous. That's all it is. He is just jealous of the love that Superman gets from the people of Earth.
Yeah.
So when we see that scene and we see how maniacal Lex Luthor is and the lengths that he's willing to go, that gave me chills. I was like, whoa. I was just laughing in the scene before, like, what the fuck happened? Like, holy shit. I was blown away by his performance, man. Blown away.
And the fact that he pulls the trigger, he kills the guy, and then he looks at the gun and goes, huh, they did it quicker than I thought. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding? You just put a bullet in the dude's head. And you're like, oh shit, well, I got to find somebody else. Let's find that Clark Kent guy. And I'm sitting there going, you know what? The fact that Clark did his own interviews and not Lois, he may have saved Lois's life.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
And that's great. And that's great storytelling too.
You know, and there's always people that are like, oh, wearing glasses is such a stupid disguise, blah, 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 blah. That would never work. Well, now you got it explained. They're hypno glasses.
And that's canon in the comics, by the way.
And it is canon in the comics.
For all you haters out there, they're like, oh, they just made this shit up. This is not Star Wars where they make up Jedi powers every other movie. This is legit in the comics. It is for real.
Yep.
So,
and the fact that they brought that in, fucking absolutely amazing. You know,
and the fact that Green Lantern's the one that brings it up.
Oh my God, dude. Guy Gardner and his word vomit is just spectacular. The dynamic with the Justice Gang, it's not our name, is absolutely amazing. I love that. And the fact that we get to see the very beginning of the Hall of Justice.
Yes. Oh,
and
yeah.
The name is up there already, and it looks just like it did in the fucking comics, just like it did in every single animated series that we've had. It is the Hall of Justice.
Well, see, it's funny because that building, when they were making the Super Friends back in the 70s, they modeled the Hall of Justice after that building that's in Cleveland. That's a legit building that used to be a train station. So, and it's still there. So I was like, the fact that they used it, I'm like, dude, this is fucking poetic. I mean, I know I'm a little biased, just a little biased, you know. I thought Nathan Fillion stole the fucking show. He was so fucking funny. And the fact that when Superman is at his lowest point to that point, and Guy Gardner's in his fucking ear, and he's like, back off, Guy. And Guy's like, make a move, big boy. And I'm like, oh, I want to see those two go at it. You know, Guy Gardner, of the three Green Lantern, he is the one you send in when you don't want any kind of like questions asked.
He's the loose cannon.
He's the loose fucking
Green
cannon.
Lantern. Yep.
But to be fair, Guy Gardner had a very shitty upbringing. So, you know, but Nathan Fillion fucking nailed it. I loved all their dynamic. And then when you added Molecule Man or whatever the hell they were calling him, when they had him to
Metamorpho. Put some respect on his name, Metamorpho.
My bad. But when you added him to it, it just made it more, there was more of a dynamic there.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely Luthor, just nailed it. And I was more worried about Luthor than Superman. I'm like, you know, Superman, I'm not saying anybody can play him, but Luthor, you need to be an extra special level of evil genius to play that role.
You know what? You know where it lied at in his eyes. Every scene with him, look at his eyes, and you see just that little bit of dementedness.
Yeah.
He wasn't acting. He became Lex Luthor for this fucking role.
Yeah, he did. Lois Lane.
Oh, baby.
She is fucking hot. By the way.
Oh, baby.
She's no Margot Kidder, but damn.
Damn. Like, excuse me, I had to burp. I think we actually got a great Lois Lane.
We did.
And not taking away from anybody else that has ever played Lois, but I think this is the gritty Lois. This is the Lois that we needed for the universe. And it's awesome, man. And it's just great. It's great that she already knows. They've only been dating 3 months. She
Yeah.
already knows, you know.
And
But that's one of the big plot points is, God damn it, he trusts everybody. He tells everybody. He cannot keep a secret. But that just goes to show to his nature.
But then
You
again,
know what I mean?
maybe she found out. You know what I mean? She's not stupid. I mean, I know in the original Superman, in the Donner cut, freaking Lois is sitting there with a paper of Clark, or I'm sorry, a picture of Superman with his arms crossed, and she's drawing a suit on him, going, "Her, you
Yeah.
look just like Clark." You know, Lois is not stupid. I like to think she found out, but I agree with what James Gunn had said. I don't need another fucking origin story. And you said this before. If you need an origin story, read a fucking comic. Seriously, I don't need to know that he came from Krypton, that General Zod was this, and the fucking sun and all. I don't need to know all that. I just want to know what's happening now, and the fact that we're, 3 years into his run as Superman, 3 months, she know, oh, you're Superman. They've been dating and all this stuff. So I do like the fact that she is such a sugar fiend because she's drinking fucking sugar out of a coffee cup.
Yeah.
And she's always eating candy. I'm like, dude, she is wired. So
Yeah.
we definitely got a really awesome Lois Lane. I don't know a lot about the engineer, so I'm not going to talk about her a whole lot, but
I don't really know a lot about her either, but I think that was a really cool character to throw in.
Yeah.
You know, she's a great metahuman. Her body combined perfectly with those nanobots that Lex fused her body with.
Yeah.
She was not a throwaway character, and that's what I love about this movie is there are no throwaway characters.
No.
Everybody has a big part, including Jimmy Olsen.
Oh God, yeah.
Including Miss Tessmacher. Like everybody nobody was a throwaway role. Everybody served a purpose in this movie.
And that's very James Gunn like to do, especially in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. There was no throwaway characters. You served a purpose. Even if it was a small purpose, you were there for a reason. Ultraman. I called that. I knew it was a clone of Superman. I knew there would be a way they would do this as a clone. But here's my theory about this, because we saw him go into the black hole. He's gone. He's dead. Well, here's what I caught after the second time I watched it. If you notice in the black hole, when the Phantom River is being sucked into the black hole, what shape were they in?
Cubes.
They were cubes. What character is from a cube planet that is the inverse of Earth? Bizarro. It's going to be fucking Bizarro.
I don't think so. I still don't think they're going to go the Bizarro route with him. That would be dumb. If they're already introducing interdimensional beings, which there are 2 that exist. Actually, there's 3. There's Batmite.
Yeah.
Mr. Mixelplixix or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
And then I forget who the third one is. Oh, Jesus Christ, what's his name? It's a sword or it's a weapon of somebody that somebody has. It's an interdimensional being as well.
Okay.
So if you're already introducing interdimensional beings, to go and make an interdimensional being like Bizarro, because he is an interdimensional being, he's a different dimensional version of Superman where everything's opposite. If you're already introducing characters like that, because they were either fighting Batmite or Mr. whatever the fuck his name in that scene.
In the background?
Yes.
Oh,
they were fighting one of those 2. It had to have been one of those 2.
Yep.
So to go and say, oh, well, we're just going to turn him into Bizarro. No. I want that black hole to lead him to an alternate dimension where he crash lands on Earth. And granted, maybe he's not going to crash land on Earth as a child, but you land on that Earth and you form the crime syndicate.
See, that you can go one of 2 ways with
That's where I want to go. I don't want to go with Bizarro. Give me Bizarro the way Bizarro's supposed to come.
But see, here's
Not
the
like
thing,
that.
and even like says though that the clone, it's like making a carbon copy of a carbon copy. It's not the same. He's not as intelligent as Superman is. Going the Bizarro route would make more sense because Ultraman is on the level of
But
Superman.
he's already got laser eyes. If it
Yeah.
was Bizarro, he would have freezing eyes.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So the powers are still the same. He's already called Ultraman. So he would have to continue to be Ultraman wherever he went.
That's
Now,
true.
what I wanted was for somehow that little pocket universe to end up being the Phantom Zone,
Which it could have been.
which is what I would have been okay with.
Yeah.
But we'll get there when we get there. I'm
Oh, yeah,
letting
yeah.
James Gunn cook. He's got it on simmer right now.
Yeah.
He's cooking. He's making a really, really good hearty stew that's gonna take some time for it to come out.
Yeah. No argument there. I guess we talked about Miss Tessmacher and Jimmy Olsen, who surprisingly enough, Eve Tessmacher played a bigger role in this movie than I thought she was going to play.
You know, and
She's the fucking whistleblower.
when she sent those fucking
Those
selfies, I knew instantly because Jimmy's looking at them and he's like, Jesus Christ, Eve. Thinking that she just sent selfies of herself.
It took Lois.
But lo and behold,
wait a minute.
she wasn't. She was disguising herself and everything she was doing by taking shit that she knew would bring Lex down eventually.
Yeah. Smart.
And she did. She brought him down.
I don't understand the whole pull that Jimmy Olsen was having in this movie. I don't know. Maybe it was the red hair.
Bro, I don't know. I don't know why they made him this like irresistible. Because, okay, I'm sorry, but the actor that plays him is not handsome at all. At all. Dude is not handsome. He is the kid from Vacation, the National Lampoon's reboot that they did.
Oh, yeah.
He's the son in Vacation.
Oh, shit. That's
and
funny.
he's just goofy looking, man. And
Yeah.
I'm not the best looking guy either, but it was hilarious that every single woman was just like in love with Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah. Even Lois is like, how do you do it? I don't know what you're talking about. So, I know I'm jumping ahead a little bit here, but at the very end of the movie, and even when Clark walks in late, when he's got the front page and Perry's like, you're late. Like, I'm sorry, sir. He just has this look on him. And then at the end of the movie, when everything's over and done with, Lois and Superman are going to go do an interview. And Superman walks right by Perry and he gives him the same look. I have a feeling Perry knows.
Perry knows. Perry
doesn't care.
100% fucking knows.
Yeah, he has to know. Just because he's such an intelligent person that he's like,
yeah.
But he's like, don't fucking care. Cool. That's probably why he lets him do what he does.
And you know, and it's such a small thing, but I love the fact that he keeps telling Jimmy, "Don't call me Chief."
And that's from the first movie as well. Don't call me Chief.
Yeah.
And then when he tells hm the story, you can call me, or call me Chief or call me Perry or whatever.
Yeah.
And I thought it was cool that Lois gave Jimmy on the byline, she gave him credit for the story.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool. That kind of speaks to her character as well. The robots, we hadn't had the Superman robots ever in live action.
And I love Gary.
Gary is, and when he was dying and Superman's holding him, and it's the same guy, Alan Tudyk. Yeah, that same actor. And whenever he was dying and about to turn himself off, the way he sounded, it reminded me of K2SO right before he went offline when he was helping them get the plans for the Death Star. And I'm like, dude, this has got such a Star Wars vibe to it.
Yeah.
But I thought that was, and of course, they're like, when Krypto is tearing apart the fucking Fortress of Solitude, and they're like,
my God.
What are you doing? Like, well, he knows that we're not of flesh and blood, so he knows we don't give a shit if he lives or dies.
Yeah, dude. And Krypto stole this fucking movie as I anticipated.
Yeah.
Every scene with Krypto was absolutely awesome. And at the end of the day, he's the bestest boy.
Yeah, I do love that when Ultraman's beating the shit out of him, out of Superman, and he just grins, and then he whistles for
Crypto.
Crypto, and then he's in a fucking dog store eating food, and he just shows up and just wrecks shop.
Yeah, but I mean, because where else would he be? What else would he be doing right now in all this chaos but eating a fucking shitload of dog biscuits?
Yeah. Biscuits he's earned, by the way.
The biscuits he's earned because he's a
He's
good
earned
boy.
every fucking one of them. Bradley Cooper as Jor-El. That was a curveball I did not see coming.
Huge curveball. Huge.
Did not see that one coming.
But even a step further, the message.
Yes,
that
I was gonna bring that up.
Was a huge fucking curveball for me. And I don't know how I feel about that. But also, Kal-El never really listened to it all the way through, just the news clip.
Yeah.
And the translation in English.
Well, Mr. Tricky even said if they say it's legit, it's legit.
If they say, but who's to say they transcribed it correctly? We don't know that they did. We don't know that they know the Kryptonian language. Just because they're the best linguists on Earth
doesn't mean they understood.
This is a dead language. So how are you going to decipher a dead language? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yes, their interpretation may be correct to them, but that may not be what they're saying.
Yeah.
And so I hope that later on we find out that no, in fact, that is not what his parents were telling him, and it was what he originally thought with that message.
And I guess for him to think that's the message, it made sense for in the beginning of the movie when he's calming down, he's listening to that message. It's the only message he has from his parents. And it's funny that really hit home for me because this right here is the only video I have of my mom with her voice on it. That hurt a lot. It's like,
yeah, no, and it did. I felt that because I have 2 voicemails saved, and they were the last 2 voicemails my dad ever left me.
Yeah.
And then the following, 2 days later, he went into his coma and then never woke up.
Yeah.
So that hit me as well. And then also the scene between Clark and Pa Kent sitting outside on that bench.
Yep.
That I got teary-eyed, especially when Pa Kent told him, I'm so proud of you. That I was like, oh my God, I'm about to cry in a superhero movie. Like, holy shit.
And not because you're sad. It's like, oh my God, this is hitting home. Like, and James Gunn has done that with a lot of his movies, at least for me. The fact that Star-Lord's mother died of cancer. My mom died of cancer. I mean, there's just so many parallels, and I'm like, dude, James Gunn has got to have something on me somewhere because he just keeps getting this shit right. But I'd like to think that the message is not that, or maybe Lex and the engineer use some sort of AI to alter,
which is completely possible.
100%
Which is completely possible because what other way to completely still manipulate him than that?
Yeah.
Because they don't know. He doesn't know. He's never seen the other half of that message. And to this, even after this movie, we don't know that he's seen the full message. The computer was trashed. So everything that was preserved, Lex has it.
Yep. True. Although that song at the end of the movie lives in my head rent free right now. With the teddy bears, I'm a punk star. That song at the very end, it lives in my head rent free now, and I love that song. It's definitely a cool song that I need to download and add to my library. Do we talk about Hot Girl?
We did not talk about Hot Girl.
Oof, Hot Girl. The fact that she killed the president, she's like, I'm not
Bro,
Superman.
I'm not Superman. Bye. But I love that scene cut because we see him dropping and then it's Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah,
we know he's gone. Bye. She ended that shit real fucking quick. She did the shit, but of course, we all know that they are funded by Maxwell Lord, which we get a tiny glimpse of, which I'm excited for. We also get the Stag Industries
Yeah,
logo on some stuff too, which was really cool to see.
yeah,
But they are the superheroes that just they gotta do what they gotta do. They stopped the war. You know what I mean? And you think that what Superman did was wrong? You had issue with that? Okay, well, let me show you something you should take issue with.
yeah.
She
They
killed the fucking
killed the
president.
fucking president. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
But for me, the cameo of the movie, I was saving this for last, is after they find out that Superman is supposedly this big bad guy, and they're like, "Chris, what do you think?" And we get the
Fucking
shot of
Peacemaker. Jesus
Peacemaker,
Christ.
and I'm like, "Yes, Peacemaker's in this movie. Fuck yeah!" And of course, we know that Hot Girl and Guy Garner are going to be in the new Peacemaker show coming out later this year. And apparently, Nathan Fillion said he has dropped more F bombs in this show than he has in his entire life.
Nice.
So I'm looking that and the Lantern show coming out next year. I am so fucking hyped for the future.
And what's gonna be crazy is that Lantern show is gonna have a completely different feel than the Superman movie. And I love the fact that we have the other Green Lanterns in this one, because this movie fits Guy Gardner's tone better than it would have Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart.
Yeah, agreed. And they would have questioned everything. They wouldn't have wanted to do it that way. Yeah. And again, that's why you send Guy Garner to do the fucking dirty work, 100%, because he doesn't give a shit.
Nope.
There were two scenes in this movie that stuck out to me. The first one is when they're on the little island, and Mr. Terrific, we get to see what his T-spheres can do.
Oh my God.
And he encases Lois in the force field, and then you hear the music, and it reminded me of the beginning of Guardians 2, where you see everything through the POV of Baby Groot. And there's a big fight going on.
There's a big fight going on, and
she's just watching
around. Yeah.
Yeah, she's watching around like, oh my God.
But you know what? Do you know what makes that scene even better? Is when he lands and they're like, oh, it's just the smart one.
Yeah, they underestimate
like
so much.
Bitch, you better put some respect on my name. That's what that scene was. You think I'm just the smart one?
Yeah, he's also.
Let me show you what I can fucking do.
And I love how
Mr. Terrific. Holy shit. Not a character that I ever thought I would give a fuck about. God damn it. I want a show. Give him his own fucking movie.
Yeah,
I don't care. Like, give him a show. Put him in some more shit. I don't care. I loved him so much. More than I did Cyborg. And I loved Cyborg in the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
But I love that we get another strong black character.
Yeah.
That isn't like, yo, dog, or anything like that. He's not God damn it, what is it called? Oh my God, I had a brain fart. He's not a walking fucking stereotype.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And dude, I loved it. And then that scene where he's like, Lois is like, you want me to drive? And he's like, we'll take my ship. And then they go stand in front, and it's the slowest fucking garage door ever. And she's like, you got a spaceship, but you can't get a faster garage door? I'm working on it.
I'm working on it.
Dude, I loved it. And then like when she's like trying to vent to him about, her relationship, he's like, I'm gonna let you know right now, I don't care. Like I'm not here for that shit. I don't give a fuck about your problems, lady.
Yeah.
Like I'm here to help you track him. Let's go fucking track him, because it's gonna piss fucking Green Lantern off.
Yeah,
and I love that shit.
I'm like, dude, what a dick. God, what a dick. But
I'm telling you, man, I loved everybody in their roles in this fucking movie.
And
you know what I realized? David with the long hair as Ultraman resembled a lot of oh my God, what's his name? Smallville.
Not Lionel.
No. Smallville. Fucking Superman in Smallville. Tom Welling.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just trying to think of the character you're talking about.
He looks like Clark from Smallville. Tom Welling from the show Smallville. He looks like Tom Welling. Like there was a resemblance. I was almost expecting the shit to come off, and it was Tom Welling in the damn suit, which I would have been okay with. I would have been okay if you gave me that. Give me all of the goodness. Throw in bring in Grant Gustin from fucking Flash to play Flash. Because did you notice that in the Hall of Justice there was a photo of the Flash?
Yeah, the original Flash, yeah.
Yeah. So
And
we know
the original Green Lantern too.
Yeah. So we know they exist. They're there.
But I'm saying if it had been Tom Welling and he ripped off the mask, it had to somebody say,
dude,
it had to be
total Smallville vibes, total Smallville opening vibes when they're fighting the giant kaiju.
Yeah.
And Superman fucking you see the those tanks exploding.
Yeah.
And he just fucking goes and covers that little girl to protect her. Totally from the beginning of fucking Smallville. Totally from the beginning of Smallville. I loved everything about this movie, man. The music, the score, the fucking lighting, the cinematography.
The fact that Guy Gardner, when they get to the country, he just goes, flips his wrist, and then you see all these hands coming out of the ground.
Fucking fingers.
Flipping everybody
fucking
off,
fingers fucking coming out, dude. I laughed so hard at that.
Like, yeah.
So I will say, when I saw it on Tuesday, everybody there was hardcore fans. So we were loud. We cheered.
Yeah.
We laughed really loud. Watching it last night, you could tell it was like an older group of people that really weren't, they were watching it because it's Superman, but they weren't huge fucking fans.
They were just watching a movie.
They were watching a movie. So there was a few that were cheering and stuff, but it was nothing like watching it.
Yeah.
With the pre-show that we saw.
Yeah.
I did get a little IMAX mini Superman poster.
Nice.
Which I was excited to get. I almost bought the popcorn bucket that they had, the crypto water bowl.
Oh shit. Yeah, nice.
But I didn't. I was like, I'm not paying fucking $20 for a fucking dog bowl.
I bought the popcorn tin that has the real and on the inside it's got the layout of different comics. I bought that. And then I bought the collector cup and everything.
I got the collector cup. I did get the collector cup. Yeah. But all in all, man, it was a great experience, man. I feel that, like I said, man, in the last time we talked, James Gunn takes characters that you do not give a shit about, gives them a platform, and you actually care for them, just like he did in Guardians. There's a lot of people that don't like Guardians, that they fucking hated those movies. And hey, that's cool. You're going to hate this movie. Yep. All these fucking Snyder crybabies, you're going to hate this movie. But you know what? This is the movie we deserved. This is the version of Superman that needs to exist.
Yeah.
This gives you hope. This makes you believe a man can fly. All the shit that they told us when we were kids with Christopher Reeves, this is that step. This is that step forward. This is doing the stuff that we wished we could have seen as kids.
Yeah.
And I loved everything about it, man. There was never a time in the movie where I was like, oh my God, hurry up and get to the point.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, fuck, come on, let's move it along. Like the pacing was great. The pacing was absolutely amazing.
Especially that 10-minute scene with them doing the interview. That was,
oh dude. And that was so good too. Like
so well
just
done.
Seeing the dynamic and seeing him as Superman, but also as a boyfriend being interviewed by his girlfriend, but she's doing her job. She's doing what she needs to do.
Yep.
And so it's showing just that little turmoil that can happen when you're both professionals, but you're not on opposing sides, but Lois has to tell the truth. Lois has to, she has to stick with the facts and the facts only. And I loved that.
The second scene in this movie that stood out to me was the battle in the air with him and Krypto, with all those the Earth Watch guys, the Guardians. We saw a version of Superman that we've only seen in the cartoon where they're all up on him. There's like 50 or 60 of them, and he's fucking spinning like a fucking blender, and then he just fucking goes off. This is the Superman I've been wanting to see since 1978.
I absolutely love that scene because at that point, he's like, I've had enough. And he's still holding back. He's still holding back. That is the thing that everybody needs to realize. He is holding back. He let himself get his ass whooped. He did not go full strength into any of these fights.
Nope.
Because even after the kryptonite poisoning, we don't know if it's a day later or 2 days later. We just know that Pa Kent said, you know, hey, I've never seen you sleep that long before. So we don't know how long it was, a day or two after, but he was still not 100%. And he still went and did the impossible.
Yep.
And saved as many lives as he could. Even when he's nowhere near 100% when he tries to save Metamorpho's baby.
Nope.
You know, couldn't even get out of fly out of the river. Was trying to get Crypto to help him, and Crypto, you know, not listening to him, because then we find out the Crypto's not listening to him because he's not his dog. He's fucking Kara's. He's Kara's dog. You know what I mean? So I love that. I absolutely love that, man. The fact that she's fucking planet hopping.
Yeah.
To planets with red suns so that she can go get drunk for her birthday is straight from the comics.
It's 100% from the comics. Yeah.
The reason she's wearing that jacket is because in the comics, she's trying to hide the S on her chest so that she can go and nobody fucks with her or anything like that. And things don't go that way. So I can't wait to see her and Lobo in the Supergirl movie.
Oh God, Lobo. I forgot about Lobo.
Like I said, not something I ever thought I would say is I'm excited for a Supergirl movie, but holy shit, I am excited for the Supergirl movie.
Well, compared to what we got before, this is going to be a huge step up.
Well, yeah, but I mean, and nothing, not taking anything away, but it was a different time, and Supergirl wasn't as badass yet, even in the comics, as she is now. Yeah. You know what I mean? She was still a very much side character back in the 80s when that movie came out.
And that movie came out before the Crisis on Infinite Earth, where she died. That came out like right before that.
Yeah.
So the Supergirl character has evolved. And of course, we have the whole Power Girl element of that. That's a whole different story. But that character has evolved a lot over the years, and only a few women have had the pleasure of playing her, either on the big screen or on television. So she's got some big boots to fill.
Yeah, she does.
So,
actually, I don't agree with that statement. I don't agree that she has some big boots to fill. I feel that others have seen the boots. They've tried to put the boots on, but the boots didn't fit. They fucking fit now.
So she's Cinderella, is what you're saying.
She is Cinderella.
Oh.
This is Supergirl. This is Supergirl. Now, David had boots to fill. Those boots weren't Henry Cavill's boots.
No.
Those boots were Christopher Reeve's boots.
100%.
And those boots fit him 100%. I absolutely adore everything about this film. I will say it over and over and over again.
Now,
we got Supergirl coming out.
Yep.
After Supergirl, we have Clayface, which is going to be a rated R horror film.
Yeah. Yes.
It's going to be a rated R body horror movie, which is holy shit.
Yep.
We have Swamp Thing coming out. We have The Brave and the Bold. We have a Teen Titans movie. We have Justice League.
Got a lot
there's two others. Yeah, there's a lot coming out. And some of it is, I don't even know who the fuck they are. There was a movie of a whole team that I didn't even know who it was.
So now you can look it up.
Yeah.
While you're looking it up, I do want to throw in my brother went and saw it twice. And much like the movie Rogue One, he did not like it. I don't know what movie he watched, but he was curious about your take on the whole movie. And I'm like, oh, you'll get to hear it. Trust me, you'll get to hear his take, because and our take of the movie now versus what it was a year ago and even a week ago has changed quite a bit. And that picture of Superman with the imp in the background, him putting his boots on.
Yes, I wanted to bring that up. Yeah, it makes sense.
It
And
makes
I
total
wanted to
sense.
bring that up because that is the first picture we got, and that is the thing we hated on so much. And I love that scene so goddamn much. Oh, they got it.
No, I love
He
how
knows he doesn't need to be everywhere.
yeah.
You know, but his mind is so distracted because yeah, could he go out there and help? Yes, of
Probably
course. He
But he knows
could.
they got it. He knows they got it.
But magic is his weakness.
That's true.
So that being that's out there is a magical being. So one, he would
Yep.
get his ass kicked really quick.
Yeah. he
Not
would.
that he knows that yet, probably, but he would get his ass kicked really quick. But he, at that point, is a boy with a lost dog.
Yeah. Big time.
That is his main focus. He needs to find out where crypto is. He's still in his head about the message from his parents that they wanted him to be a ruler of this world, blah, 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 this and that. So he's got a lot going. He's not even focused on what's going on out there. And that's okay. It's okay to not be Superman for this amount of time
Yeah.
because you have backup, because you have the Justice Gang. And that comes into play later on when he has to go to what's the name of the Jarhan Pool or whatever?
Yeah. The country. Yeah.
He's got to go to that other country. But then Terrific's like, look, man, I need you here. Like, I know you're going to, I know that war needs to be stopped, but I need you here because there's not going to be a fucking war to stop if
we
you're
don't
not
stop it.
here.
Yep.
So we see him make his decision and he goes, of course, to Metropolis to go try to save Metropolis.
But he makes a
And
phone
the
call
entire
real quick.
time, what we didn't see was the phone call was made.
Yep.
And so I love that he knows it's not just on him. He has support. And I love that they made Metamorpho part of the team. It wasn't just the last time we saw him running into the night,
Yeah.
with his baby or whatever. But then we see, Metamorpho sitting on the couch with his girlfriend or wife, baby mama, whatever, and the baby. And so to see him show back up and be part of the team, and he's a character that he in the comics, he's a throwaway character. He's not one of the big three. You know what I mean? He's not even one of the big 10. He's probably not even in the top 20.
Probably not. But
But
in
we
this movie-
saw him. We saw him as not just a meta-human. He's a human. He cried. He cried when Lex killed that man. He didn't know. He took it to heart and felt like it was his fault and knew right then and there, instead of helping Lex, he needed to help Clark to get the fuck out of there. And they did in the most fucking awesome way. He's like, I can't create sunlight, but let me make a little fucking sun for you, which
Speaking
it was just like a quick charge is all it was. It was just like a quick charge because it didn't work that well, but it gave him enough to
worked
it
enough.
worked enough to power up the cells just a bit.
Did you notice I know we're rambling at this point, but did you notice the Easter egg at the end of the movie where Crypto was when Supergirl walked in? There was an anvil with a hammer. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't even pay attention.
That's where
Steel?
Superman No. Superman uses that to make little mini stars to feed
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was there. And I'm like, I didn't catch that till the third one. And that's because I was watching a YouTube page called New Rock Stars. They pointed it out and I went, I didn't even catch that.
I did not even
Really?
catch that. Like I said, man, I went in watching this like a little kid.
Yeah.
I was a little kid on Christmas Day, and I was trying to catch everything I could the second time watching it because the first time I was just
into it.
focused.
Yeah.
I didn't care about anything else. But second time I did look around a little bit more, and then that's when I noticed some other things. But I did not notice that. That's a good catch.
I caught that the third time. I was like, oh, there it is right there. I do love that Guy Garner is using a fucking baseball bat to fight the fucking dimensional imp while Superman
Yes.
is enjoying a cup of cocoa. And he's like, he looks back and sees him fighting. He's like, oh, it's just a dimensional imp they got in. This is some
Yeah,
good
they got
cocoa,
it.
by
Like,
the way. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Now, when we did our expectations video a week ago, we gave it a pre-ranking of what we thought it would be. You had given it 4.5 Kryptonian crystals as your rank. Now, you have the option of either decreasing your rank keeping it the same or giving it up to going up. And the fact that you're posing like Superman just beating Lex Luthor, I have a funny feeling I know where you're gonna go with this.
Well, I am going to give this movie out of 5, right? Out of 5?
Out of 5.
And I gave it a 4.5.
4.5.
I am going to give this movie a 5 Kryptonian crystals out of 5. And I don't care what anybody else says. You want to be miserable in the Snyderverse? You go be miserable in the Snyderverse and let us shine in the sun, because this is it. This is the movie, man. This is the movie.
So you're saying 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
Give it 5 air horn. You know, I had given it 4 Green Lantern power rings as my ranking. Now, again, and I had the day of the movie. I'm going in to watch it. I had the end of fanboys moment. I sit down, I've got my candy, I've got my soda, and I'm like, what, this movie sucks. And then the lights went out right as I said that, and the movie started. And I was thoroughly happy with this movie. This movie made me feel like a kid again, something I haven't felt in a very long time.
Yeah.
Definitely, I don't understand the hate that this movie is getting. Half of these people aren't going to watch the movie anyway. So it's like, you know what?
Okay, here's the thing though. It's getting a lot of hate because people are comparing it to what is going on in the real world right now. Not to get political with anybody, but it does mirror what is going on in the United States right now. Okay? It mirrors it. But here's what you have to realize. You can say this movie is woke. Oh, they made Superman woke. Superman's always been woke. Whatever the fuck woke means. Superman has always been that. Just like the X-Men has always been that. Every single comic book character has been woke. They fight for the good of humanity, not just for one race or one political party. They fight for the good of the world, world.
And people forget about that.
And they do. They forget about that. People, now it's not truth, justice, in the American way. What happened to that? Yeah, Superman was always the American. It hasn't been that for fucking ever now. It's truth, justice, and a better tomorrow. Read a comic. If you're going to bitch about a comic book movie, read a comic. But here's the thing. Is it mirroring what's happening in society right now? Yes. Yes, it is. 100%. But this movie was filmed last year.
Yep.
So
none of this shit was happening.
None of this was happening. None of this was occurring. So you think maybe that take your head out your ass and realize that this movie wasn't filmed 2 months ago, 3 months ago. This is a production that has been in process for a long time.
Yep.
The script was written way before any of this shit going on in the United States is happening or is going on right now.
Yep.
So take your head out your ass, enjoy the fucking movie for what it is. If you are a real Superman fan, you know this movie's it. If you're a Snyderverse Superman fan, go be miserable and dreary in the Snyderverse. Watch those movies over and over again. I don't hate those movies. I don't hate them.
They just could be better.
They could have been way better. Way better. This movie is everything that Superman embodies. This movie is everything that Christopher Reeves embodied as Superman. And this is the next step.
Yeah.
This is the next step. And you can try to make it political. Go ahead. But you know what? There's data backing up the fact that no matter what you say, Superman's always been like this. Superman always fights for the little guy. Always sticks up for the little guy.
He saved
a
squirrel. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Exactly.
A squirrel.
Exactly. And that just goes to show of the character that he is. He doesn't care if it's a human. He doesn't care if it's the smallest mammal. He's going to save it.
Yeah.
He doesn't want anybody to die. This was an embodiment. This is the embodiment of Superman.
Yeah. And the way we all should live, by the way.
We should. Every
We all
single
should
one
live
of
this
us.
way. You know,
Every
not
single one of us should look out for each other, for those weaker than us, everybody. If there's one thing you take away from this movie, be human. Realize that we're all human. It doesn't matter if you have millions of dollars or you know, you have nothing. At the end of the day, we all go to the same place. At the end of this show, this ride that we're on, we end up in the ground. We all go to the same place.
Yeah.
And so look out for each other. Stand up for one another. Be that beacon of light. Be that hope that people need.
Oh, Jesus. I knew that music was coming.
Be excellent to one another.
And party on, dudes. I am gonna, like I said, I gave it 4 out of 5 Green Lantern Power Rings. I am also gonna give it 5 because there was not a dull moment in this movie. This movie, it's granted we got the introduction 3 centuries ago, 30 years ago, 3 years, everything.
But I
was
love
three.
that. Everything was a 3. Everything was in 3s.
The Holy Trinity, sir. The Holy Trinity.
Sir.
Living
Yes, sir.
forever.
Everything. And you know, that I loved that that's all we get. That's all we get.
That's all we need.
And
That's
3 minutes
all
ago,
we need.
3 minutes ago, he lost his first fight. I loved that. And then we see him and we hear him breathing. He's in the Yamcha pose from Dragon Ball Z. And
People hate on that too, by the way.
it's fucking
Jesus.
great. It's such a small thing, but it's so awesome. I don't know that that's what they were going for, but if it was, that's fucking great. But it goes to show that while he is the most powerful man on earth,
He can be
he
beaten.
still has his weaknesses.
Mhm.
He's still holding back. We're going to get a stronger Superman.
Oh, yeah. And like
We haven't
said,
even scratched. This is the tip of the iceberg. He's been around for 3 years. We still haven't seen him at his peak.
Nope.
This is not the peak.
And there's a scene in one of the animated shows where he's fighting Darkseid, and he's like, you know what? I always, up until now, I've always felt like I'm fighting a battle around a bunch of cardboard. This is the one time I get to actually let go and
Let
you can
loose.
see how powerful I really am.
Yeah.
And-
And he fucking dishes it out.
And we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to do before we sign off is I pulled up the Rotten Tomato scores for both Man of Steel, just because
Ooh, which is
Snyder
rough,
just
man.
fuck themselves, huh?
Which is rough because I hate looking at Rotten Tomatoes because usually when Rotten Tomatoes likes a movie, I hate it.
Well,
Usually when the audience score is high and Rotten Tomato scores low, I love the movie. So I'm interested to see what the numbers are right now.
Well, for Man of Steel, as of right now, and it's almost 3:00 Mountain Time here on what is today? The 13th of July.
13th.
The 13th of July. Man of Steel, the tomato meter is at 57%, but the popcorn meter, which I guess is the fans, is at 75.
Okay.
Not 57 is kind of low, especially for a Superman movie.
Well, it's better than half.
Well, let's exit out of that. Superman 2025 has been certified fresh at 82% on the tomato.
Holy shit.
And that's because 3 days ago it was at 85. It went down a little bit, but that's because people are
Yeah.
probably blasting it and whatever.
Yeah.
The popcorn meter, which is the fan, which has over 10,000 verified ratings. Are you ready for this? 93%.
Holy shit.
That is high.
Wow. That is
Um,
high as fuck.
One thing I will say before there was one particular critic on Rotten Tomatoes that I read his review. Well, I read the first paragraph because he
Okay.
pretty much went and talked about Superman movie, this and that. And then he put a sentence by itself. And just so we're clear, I am not a comic book movie fan.
But then
And
shut the fuck up.
I'm like, yeah, shut the fuck up. Who the fuck cares
Yeah.
what you think at this point?
Yeah,
you
if you're
don't
not
like-
a comic book fan, shut the fuck up. Who cares?
Again,
Nobody gives a fuck.
I get it. You're a movie critic, or you think you are because you have a webpage. As I look the dude up, I will not drop his name and give him that kind of credit. But I'm reading this and I'm going, who the fuck are you to tell me a movie sucks when you don't even know the lore?
Yeah.
You know, that's like me telling you that, oh, Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th, the movie suck. And I've only seen the first 3.
Well, the first one does suck. So does part 2.
Okay. You get my point.
Yeah.
Is if you're not a fan of a certain genre or any horror movie for that matter, if I tell you, oh, that movie sucked, you don't know the lore. So who the fuck are you to give me an opinion about it?
Yeah.
And that's just one last thing I want to leave on that. And that leads into the Snyder bots, is that they're hating a movie that they're probably never going to fucking watch. They're stuck living in the past. And I'm like, this is part of the problem with everything now, is that nobody's looking forward. We're looking back.
So with you giving up the rankings for Man of Steel and the new Superman movie, I got curious and I wanted to see what the original movie was at. So original movie is certified fresh at 87% on the tomato meter.
Okay.
The popcorn meter is 86%. And that is for the original 1978 Superman.
Really?
But then that got me thinking. Superman 2, which I find is a way better film.
Yeah. It's higher.
88% on the tomato meter.
Yep.
And it's only 76% on the tomato meter.
What the
or
fuck?
on the popcorn meter. Yeah, it's only 76% on the popcorn meter.
I don't know.
Which I mean is fine because of course, you know, the movie's dated. It's old. You know, it definitely visually the graphics haven't held up the way they should.
Oh, they're better than what Superman 4 gave us.
Well, true. But so this movie so far is the highest rated by fans and critics alike. The highest rated Superman movie that we've ever gotten. And I'm sorry if you did not enjoy it.
Yeah.
Just going out to your brother. I'm sorry if you didn't enjoy it, man, but I'm a huge Superman fan. I did my own Superman tattoo on my leg when I was like 17 years old. I loved the character since I was a kid. I still have old Superman toys that I had when I was a kid. I've tried to live my life as best as I could by helping people and doing what I can, especially now in my older age, because of that, because of his motto and the things that he, you know, that he puts out. And it is just such a great movie, man. I don't know what else to say. It's a great fucking movie.
It was a great movie. And I haven't looked at the numbers yet. I don't want to know the numbers. As far as I know, this movie's a fucking hit. It's just people are being stupid and they're hating. And that's fine. You know, it is what we had the same thing happen with The Acolyte. I love The Acolyte. I thought it was great for what it was. We'll never get the second season. But you know what? I can dream at this. I can make up my own fucking story. But with with Superman, great flick. Go watch it. If you're not a fan of Superman or the comics, then okay, fine. That's it.
So as of 5 hours ago, I know you didn't want to look it up, but as of 5 hours ago, it's already made $217 million.
Damn.
Third biggest box office opening weekend of 2025.
Nice. Let me guess, that Jurassic Park bullshit was top above it, probably.
I don't know, but it collapsed Godzilla.
Well,
it says Superman can lift up collapsing buildings, Godzilla-sized monsters, and now the box office.
that's good writing right there. So just to reiterate everything we've been talking about for the last hour and some change, Scuba Steve did not like this movie. He thought it was total trash. No, that's the bizarre.
Yeah, there's a part of the multiverse where that actually happened, and that guy's a moron.
Yeah, and then maybe there's another multiverse where my brother liked it. So never know.
Yeah.
So I know you're not doing the social media thing anymore. Did you want to promote your TikTok or something, or just fuck it?
I got nothing, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host with the ghosts. No more, Lord Scoopacabra. You can catch me on the Gore and More podcast tomorrow. Well, I don't know when he's dropping this one, so it's not tomorrow, but
If you want to listen to the Gore More podcast, we go live at 6 p.m. Central Time every Monday. We discuss horror movies. It is myself, my gore bros, my horror homies, John Drancic from New York, Bobby Amone from New Jersey, Chad Chrisman, we call him Chad Daddy, from the beautiful state of Pennsylvania, and the Kanga Banga, Brody Kane, all the way from Australia. And we review movies, horror movies. And if you love horror movies, tune in. You can watch the shows live, or you can listen to the audio-only episodes wherever you get your media fix, wherever you consume your podcasts. We are there. Gore and More podcast. Now, you may look it up, and there may be two. One has a black and white logo. Do not go to that one. That is the old version of Gore and More when we were on the Project Louder Network. We are no longer on Project Louder Network. We are on our own. Our logo is a TV with blue and red and yellow. You'll see it. It looks really cool. Gore and More podcast. Check us out. If you love horror movies, we'd love to have you live in the chat or checking out our episodes. If you want to watch the video episodes, they are available on our YouTube channel. Look for the 4 Ugly Mugs and you'll see us there. Peace.
It's funny. I was listening to Ben's Recycled Corn episode where you were out of Project Louder. So it's funny. That was fresh in my head. Yeah. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I am DJ Zodiac. This is DJ Zodiac podcast. And again, we can agree to disagree. If you liked the movie, good for you. If you didn't like it, good for you as well. Oh, Jesus Christ. You had to go there, didn't you? But at the end of the day, can't we all just fucking get along? Seriously, whatever. I don't want to get political, but Jesus Christ, man. It's fucking 2025 and we still haven't figured this shit out. So I hope you enjoyed our review of the movie. Again, like I said, go watch it. I might go watch it again next week.
I'm totally going to go watch it again if I can find a sitter for Charlie as soon as I can. And Mel looked over at me and she said, as soon as this movie comes out on 4K, we're buying it. As soon as it's available to stream, we're buying it.
Nice. And we're playing that song again.
Again, of course we have to. It's so fucking epic.
Normally when I close out my show, I would say On Your Left, and that was a nice little tribute to my buddy Pete. But this time, I'm going to say, in a world full of Supermen, be the Green Lantern. Thank you, everybody.
You're not ending it like that. Eyes up here, buddy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's the Josh Zodiac podcast.
That is where you've always been wrong about me, Lex. I'm as human as anyone. I love, I get scared. I wake up every morning and despite not knowing what to do, I put one foot in front of the other and I try to make the best choices I can. I screw up all the time. But that is being human. And that's my greatest strength. And someday, I hope, for the sake of the world, you understand that it's yours too.